Children, in the last class we discussed about the chemical effect of electric current. So this is the lesson. We discuss all the different effects of electric current. And first effect is heating effect. Heating effect means when electric current passes through a conductor, the conductor gets heated. So whatever be the type of conductor or whatever be the use of the conductor gets heated. When it passes through a copper wire, the wire gets heated. When it passes through a charger of mobile phone, that gets heated. When it passes through filament of an electric bulb, that gets heated. When it passes through the coils in an electric heater, that will also get heated. Okay, that phenomenon or the heating of the conductor through which the electric current pass through, that is called the heating effect of electric current. That is the first effect of electric current. And secondly, we discussed about this effect. This is called the magnetic effect when a current is passing through a conductor. So here you can see these all connected wires. Okay, or this is made of a metal or either copper or silver. So whatever be the type of conductor, this is a material which can conduct electric current. So when electric current is flowing through the conductor, how? For that we connected the wire with the battery. So this is a battery having two cells. One cell, two cells are joined. So this cell can exert a force so that all the electrons present in this conductor, here the conductor means connecting wires, start flowing in a particular direction in a closed circuit. Okay, so that current, now we call that as a current carrying conductor. So this conductor can carry some current. Then when we place a magnetometer or a compass needle near to this wire, it shows deflection. That means that when a current is flowing through the conductor can behave like a magnet. So this conducting copper wires are now they are having some magnetic property. So due to its magnetic property, this compass needle can give some deflection. This will deflect only when we place it in the nearby a magnet. So it shows that this is nearby a magnet, or this can become a magnet when a current is flowing through the conductor or these connecting wires. So that is a second effect. When a current is flowing through a conductor can behave exactly like a magnet, not a permanent magnet but a temporary magnet. Its magnetism disappears as soon as the current is switched off, or when we press the key off, or when we disconnect the battery. This is no longer a magnet and no deflection in the magnetometer or compass needle. That is the magnetic effect of electric current. And thirdly, we discussed about the chemical effects of electric current. That is the third effect of electric current. What is meant by the chemical effect? When electric current is passed through a solution, the solution we call it as an electrolyte. When a current flowing through the solution decomposes, or solution can divide into different components, or solution decomposes into different components. Clear? And that solution we call that as an electrolyte. It is a special solution that undergoes a chemical reaction when a current is flowing through it. This particular solution we call it as an electrolyte. Okay, so for in this activity you can see two cells are joined. We call this as a battery. So this can make to move all the electrons present in the conductor, or we connected the connecting wires with two electrodes here. One is a positive. Here this side is connected with a positive terminal and this electrode is connected with a negative terminal. So here two electrodes are dipped in the electrolyte. This is the positive electrode because it is connected with the positive terminal, and the second carbon electrode. These two are made of carbon. So second carbon electrode is called a negative electrode because this is connected with the negative terminal of the battery. So two electrodes are dipped in the electrolyte. Here electrolyte is nothing but normal water. Normal water. And we added 1 teaspoon of salt into it and 2-3 drops of lemon juice to make the conductor more conductor, or it can make it more conducting. We added 1 or 2 materials with that, salt and lemon juice. So salt and lemon juice can increase the conductivity of the electrolyte. Electrolyte is nothing but water here. So clear? So this is the arrangement, and these two electrodes are dipped in the electrolyte. So electrolyte, two electrodes, one is positive electrode, the other second carbon electrode is called a negative electrode. And this arrangement, when a current is flowing through the electrodes, what will happen? Or when current flowing through this electrolyte inside the beaker, the electrolyte can decompose into different components. Here water is the electrolyte. When a current is flowing through the circuit or inside the electrolyte, water decomposes into hydrogen gas and oxygen. Clear? Or water can split up into what? Hydrogen and oxygen. So these two are gases. Okay, and these two gases can form on the electrolyte. Electrodes, not electrolyte, electrodes. So this process is called chemical, or when a current is flowing through a particular solution, the solution undergo a chemical change, or the solution decomposes into different components. This process is called, the chemical effect. Okay, this is the chemical effect, or it can change a solution chemically, or this can decompose. The current can decompose a solution or an electrolyte into different components. So that is the chemical effect of electric current. Clear? So heating effect, then magnetic effect and chemical effect. These three are the three different effects of electric current. Clear? The heating effect we can observe when current is flowing through a solid material. Then magnetic effect also can be felt when a current is flowing through a solid material. But the chemical effect of electric current can be seen when a current is flowing through a liquid or a solution or an electrolyte. Electrolyte is nothing but a conducting solution. It should conduct. Here the circuit will be closed. Inside also this can conduct. So the circuit will be closed when we dip the electrodes in the electrolyte. Clear? So this is also closed. So current can pass only through the closed loop. Here the external circuit is closed. Here inside the liquid, this is also closed, because these two are electrodes. They can conduct electricity, and same way the liquid can also conduct electricity, or the liquid can make the circuit complete inside the beaker. So this is called the chemical effect of electric current. Okay, and next is electroplating. Electroplating is the process of depositing one metal on the other metal. And you have seen so many electroplated materials, like electric bell, and parts of a bicycle is electroplated, and some of the jewelry items are electroplated. Okay, and some of the machine parts are electroplated, or depositing one metal on the other metal. That process is called electroplating. Electroplating is the process of depositing one metal on the other metal by using electric current. Clear? So electroplating. So we know that so many objects are electroplated, or depositing one metal on the other metal. So inside that there will be a metal which is having very low cost, and on that we can electroplate another metal which is having high cost. So normally we pack, or we use the first metal having very less cost, and just we deposit the small amount of the second expensive metal on the first metal. Okay, and we can protect the metal from corrosion. If you are doing electroplating, we can use the objects for a last or long period, and it will not affect the corrosion. It will not undergo the process of corrosion easily. So that is the one of the application of electroplating is one of the application of chemical effect of electric current. Okay, and this is the activity given for doing the electroplating process. Here, same way, two cells, we call this as a battery, some connecting wires, and same way, two electrodes. So for a chemical process, we should place two metal plates here. Metal plates means these two are made of copper. This is positive plate and this is negative plate, because as it is connected to positive terminal of the battery, this is called positive terminal, and the second electrode, as it is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, this is called the negative electrode. Copper plate, but this is positive, this is negative. Clear? So two copper plates are dipped inside a solution. The solution is called electrolyte, and here the solution used is copper sulfate solution. Clear? So this is an external circuit having the battery connection. This is the connection inside the battery, inside the liquid or electrolyte, two copper plates and a copper solution, copper sulfate solution inside. Clear? Here copper sulfate solution is the electrolyte, copper plates are electrodes, here is the battery. So this is a closed loop, or this is a simple circuit showing electroplating. So when the current is switched on, what happens to the copper sulfate solution and what happens to the electrodes? So when we press the key on, or when we make the circuit ready for the process, what happens here? When electric current pass through this copper sulfate solution, it is an electrolyte that decomposes into copper and sulfate, like CuSO4, that split up into Cu and SO4. Cu is positive charged ions and SO4 is negatively charged ions. These two are the two ions decomposes in the electrolyte, or the electrolyte split up into two different ions, two different components, Cu components and SO4 components. Cu is positive but SO4 is negatively charged ions. So two types of ions will be generated in the electrolyte, Cu copper and sulfate SO4. Cu is positive and SO4 is negative. So the entire electrolyte will split up into positive ions and negative ions. Clear? And that positive ions will move towards the negative electrode. So all the Cu ions will get attracted towards the negative electrode. Here this is the negative electrode. And all the SO4 ions will get attracted towards the positive electrode. Clear? So all the copper ions will get deposited on the second electrode, and all the SO4 will move towards the first positive electrode because of its negative charge. Then we will get a deposit of Cu on the second, or copper will be deposited in the second electrode. Over the copper plate, clear, a thick coating will be deposited on the second plate. Clear? So we can say that now the second electrode is plated with more amount of copper. Clear? So this is the process. When electric current is passed through the electrolyte can split up into positive ions and negative ions. Here copper sulfate solution is the electrolyte used. So that will decompose into copper, and copper is positive and sulfate negative ions. And these copper positive ions will get attracted towards the second electrode because it is negatively charged electrode, and SO4 negative ions get attracted towards the positive electrode. So we will get a thick coating of copper over the second electrode. So this is how a metal can be deposited on the other metal. So we can use different electrolytes here. Instead of copper sulfate, you can use different solution or different electrolyte, silver nitrate solution. Then silver will be deposited here on the second electrode. Okay, then whatever be the solution, according to the electrodes used and the solution taken or electrolyte taken inside, that will be a different metal can be deposited on the second electrolyte, second electrodes. So if you need to deposit silver on the second electrode, we should take silver type of or silver, the electrolyte which contains silver as the electrolyte. If you want to get deposit gold over the second one, we should use an electrolyte which is having some having a solution of gold. Okay, clear. So this is the way in which we can do electroplating. So this is the chemical, this is the application of chemical effect of electric current. So when a current is flowing through the electrolyte will automatically split up into positive ions and negative ions. And due to the movement of positive and negative ions through the solution, the electric current can pass through or pass inside the beaker. Outside it is due to the movement of the electrons present in the conductor, but inside the solution, that is because of the movement of negative ions and positive ions, the continuous supply of ions is possible inside the liquid or inside the beaker. So a complete circuit will be ready for conducting electric current. Okay, and when electric current flows through the this arrangement, the electrolyte can split up into positive ions and negative ions, and they start moving from one side to other or from one electrode to other. Okay, that movement is also called electric current. So it can be inside a liquid, it can be the movement of positive ions and negative ions, and through a liquid it is purely the movement of negatively charged particles or electrons. Okay, I hope everyone understood what is electroplating. This is the chemical reaction. Here electric current is used and we can do the process of electroplating. That is because of the chemical effect of electric current. And here we can see the applications. So now you just go through what are the different applications. Silver and gold are very less expensive metals, and jewelry makers electroplate silver and gold on less expensive metals. അതായത് അടിയിൽ വളരെ ചെലവ് കുറഞ്ഞ മെറ്റൽസ് ഉപയോഗിക്കും, ആൻഡ് ഓവർ ദാറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് electroplated with very costly type of metal. So we need to use very little amount of costly metal as a layer. Okay, only for the layering we can use. So from outside it looks like gold, but inside there will be some metals which is having which is less expensive. So that is what is called electroplating. Okay, tin cans electroplated, used for storing foods, are made of electroplating tin onto iron. So less reactive metals will be layered. So iron is used in bridges and automobiles to provide strength. However, iron tends to corrode and rust. So a coating of zinc is deposited on iron to protect it from corrosion and formation of rust. കൊറോഷനും തുരുമ്പ് പിടിക്കാതിരിക്കാനും നശിച്ചു പോകാതിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ കോസ്റ്റ് കുറഞ്ഞ മെറ്റൽസ് അടിയിൽ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് എക്സ്പെൻസീവ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള മെറ്റൽസിൻ്റെ ഒരു ലെയർ അതിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുക്കുന്നതിനാണ് ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് കെമിക്കൽ എഫക്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഇലക്ട്രിക് കറണ്ട് കൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇതിൽ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഇൻ ദി ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് ഫാക്ടറീസ് ദ ഡിപ്പോസൽ of used conducting solution as a major concern, it is a pollution, but the electroplating process will produce pollution. അതിലും വേസ്റ്റുകൾ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നു. this waste disposal of this waste is very difficult. So we should protect the environment so that we should dispose all this polluting waste produced due to the process of electroplating in a proper and safe way. Okay, so now we completed the lesson. So I have already sent all these videos on this lesson. but I am not satisfied with the videos I sent because I couldn't take the meet classes on these topics. That is why I just revised the lesson by using this video. Okay, I hope now everyone understood what is the content, complete content of this lesson well. Okay, thank you very much.